Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much for listening and joining us tonight with the Shayana B podcast show. Tonight's episode is going to be on knowing when it's time to exit. No longer allowing sexual conflictions to be confused for mutual love or connections. I wanted to talk on this topic because myself, also have been a victim of not knowing when it's really time to exit. Sometimes our loyalty is so strong that when we are bonded with someone, it's hard to just detach. When you love someone and that person has your heart, they also have your mental if it's genuine. They also have that part of you that you're not willing to let anyone else in to have. So when there comes a time or point where the road becomes bumpy, for you being loyal or being the type that you're committed to your feelings and you're genuine, and when you say this is who you're into, and when you say this is who you have feelings for, it's sincere. So me myself personally, I can't just connect with someone new easily, knowing that everything about me, my thoughts, my soul, my mind, and everything is connected to this person. I just can't easily do it. But sometimes when you have issues or when one person has been hurt, or even both, because I've been in a situation where we both were damaged. And in our own sense, we both healed one another. And maybe me feeling like that part of them that was teaching me how to heal, as I also taught them, meant that we were soul bounded to be connected. Maybe that weren't so. Maybe it was just God placing us in each other's life to help us get through something that we have been through. It hurts to love someone and not feel as if you are not as important to them as they are to you. It's like a piercing to the soul. It is. It hits deep. It cuts deep. It is deep. I don't know. And I sit here and I'm tongue tied. If anyone that knows me know, sometimes it's rare that I'm tongue tied. I think me, your match, sometimes come with perfection. But me, your match, you also sometimes meet your flaws. Because y'all are so much alike that it's scary. You both pay attention to things that others are oblivious to. You both feel and know how to communicate that. You can have deep talks that run over into the night, and without even knowing it, that connection has overpowered your sleep. You was tired, but you don't want to hang up. You was restless, but you're energized just from the thought of being able to finish out that conversation before that good night or that I'll talk to you later today. The thing about love is it never has played fair with me. And sometimes I know there are others who feel like love hasn't played fair with them either. I think me being a bisexual woman, I've been judged, and on many occasions, but I'm very open about my sexuality. I do not date both men or women at the same time. I have a deep connection and attraction to women. I've had only that connection twice in my life, honestly, with two men. Recently, I had connected with one that we've been friends for years. We have entwined a few times throughout the years. And when I was dating a woman, I was not sexually involved with the man, period. Not penetrated. This is an adult show again. I've said it on numerous occasions. I talk openly on this show. This is just what it is. And I think the way he moved me mentally was different. The way we could connect and talk about things. He, to me, is so talented, so gifted, so uplifting, so positive. So he's cool. He's laid back. He's not arrogant, but yet he's confident enough in who he is that he's not following the trend that every other guy out here is trying to do. Not all of you guys, and I'm not throwing punches at you guys. I'm saying those that I am familiar with have encountered. He's different. He is him, and he's sure of himself. And when you have people like that around you, you tend to be motivated just from them and y'all talks and how deep and the depth of how deep they can get and how you guys think so beyond what the normal person comprehend, feel, or think. It's just wow. Well, I didn't date a woman during the time that I was dealing with him, even though we were both single and just friends, but my feelings for him were strong. And then I realized maybe it's just a friendship strong, because at one point I couldn't wait to speak to him, but obviously it wasn't the same because I barely heard from him. And so me also knowing him, I used to get on myself a lot too, because he's one of those introverts and he deal with life and what life handles him within his self. He closes off unintentionally, and not to the world, I guess to his family and his friends. He's still active, but I thought I was one of his friends too. But I mean, he'd check on me periodically, but it just wasn't the same. And so I'm also big on giving people their space and not overstepping my boundaries with people. And I didn't want to run our friendship, which is awesome. And someone made the comment to me, and it was like, I see you post about women again, and yeah, woo 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 and woo woo woo, and I'm just like, let's not say woo woo, because I told you guys I was going to be straightforward. You're posting about women again, and I thought you was just posting about the guy that you like. I'm single. I was married twice. My second marriage, we separated in 2016. He's one of my best friends. One of my best friends. And we never dated. I was in a bad relationship, and he just was telling me how the person that I was with at the time did not see the value in me, how I was a good woman. And you know, when women are down, you want to hear something good about yourself. You want to hear something positive, because when you feel like you're not complete, you're a part in a relationship or so, and women, I must say this. Stop blaming yourself. I was one of those women. Stop blaming yourself every time the man want to step out. Stop blaming yourself every time he don't know how to treat you correctly. Stop blaming yourself when he's not putting his all in it to your relationship and yet you are. Stop. The problem is not you. The problem is definitely him. Now, he could be an awesome person, but maybe he's the awful companion. And that was my situation. So when my friend X told me if I had the chance, I would marry you. And I laughed and he said, I'm serious. And he asked my father, can he marry me? And my father asked me what I wanted to do. And it was like he was a different breed. You know, he wasn't running these streets. He wasn't dealing with a whole bunch of different women. And so we dated. But we really didn't even date. We got engaged instantly. Went to the wedding shop, picked out my dress, everything just moved fast. And I think we didn't have the time to date to get to know one another on a deeper level. And he's an awesome guy. And I would never slander his name and his character. Our conflicts were solely just what they were. Two friends that had been hurt to move fast. And everyone is not meant to be married. Everyone is not meant to be in a relationship just because you crush on one another or you having some kind of feelings for one another. Matter of fact, when I decided to come out with my feelings for women, he was one of my biggest supporters. I guess in his mind, no, it's not another man, but he was one of my biggest supporters. And we came to the terms that I don't want to hurt you. You don't want to hurt me. We're too good of friends for that. And that was that. Well, I've had my situation with women where it seemed as if I'm a romantic. And I'm not going to blame no one. I think everyone has been hurt in some kind of way in their life, whether it was past, present, current, well, current is present, or however, but some heal different, some deal different. And I think with me, I'm the type when I love you or I have strong feelings for you, my business, my kids, my income, being able to duplicate, triple my revenue, my business, my brand is everything in you. And that means that if you have kids, y'all, I've always been that type. I'm not the type to play a role with one person trying to get attention from them. This has have always been me. I was in a relationship for 8 straight years. And in that relationship, majority of that time, his kids lived with us. Them was my kids too. I loved them the same way their father and their mother did. I even communicated with the mother. You know, it was beyond just the father. It was an adult arrangement. Some used to tell me that I was crazy, but no. It got to the point with the father, though, I had to learn and know when it was time to exit. And I think when you're comfortable with someone, my comfortability made me resistant. I found myself having this problem too. I've been wanting to travel forever. That's all I have ever asked out of a relationship. I am my own independent woman. I take care of myself, my kids, my bills. I'm my own independent woman. And only thing I've ever asked is, let's take a trip. Let's spend time together. Let's do date night. I'm romantic. I'm like a hopeless romantic. Like, I want you to come home sometimes and I have your bath water ran and candles lit around the tub and, you know, your favorite movie ready for you or your space together where you have your snacks and your favorite drink, beer, wine, liquor, whatever it is you like to drink. If you a gamer, because I'm a gamer too sometimes, but I've been so busy lately. your space is ready for you to come relax and chill. And we have our quality time. We have our quality time. I am a hopeless romantic. And I think sometimes everyone just not on it. Some people are so used to the type of people that they previously dealt with that sometimes they look at you and they think, oh, they have a pretty woman or they have an attractive woman and this and that and this is what it's going to be. But it's not, because I think beyond my body. I want to connect with your mental. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what's behind your eyes. I want to know why your soul is aching. I want to know how did it get to that point. I want to know how you handle your damage. I want to know what can I do to help heal that. I want to know what can I do to make you feel better about that. I want to know how I can pull the confidence up out of you. I want you to know that when you smile, it brightens not my day, and that you are unique and you're special to people. You know, I've always been that hopeless romantic, and lately I keep finding put myself in predicaments where, and I know many other women have did so as well, where you are ready to take off to the moon and give, you know, 80%, because you never give a person a whole 100% of you. You really should give them 50, 70 tips so that you can have something left for you. You still have to have your time. They still have to have their time. But I don't have those that reciprocate that situation. Like when we spend time together, it's awesome. But they have other things going on. And I just always felt like, well, Cupid, y'all be playing a little funny game with me. Because when it comes to the relationships, it seems like it just can't get right. Well, recently I reconnected with someone that I always have. I've had feelings for since we start dealing, and something so simple within 3 minutes just exploded. And I normally get upset, and normally I get in defense mode where I just feel like I have to go back and forth, and I just couldn't this time because it cut a little deeper, because I would never. I've explained different scenarios on different things when it comes to me and you and how things was handled, and I feel like although we're trying to move past this, I'm being blamed for it. And there's many things on the other end that I've hurt from too. And I move past it. And I don't know, sometimes communication can be good and sometimes communication can be misunderstood, which leads to things. But I asked a simple question, which was really just a test. Would they do something, remove something for me? And they wouldn't. And it's fine because it's theirs. I mean, I get it. But it was only a test. It was only a test. I just had to learn after the altercation. I do not argue with no one I love. We debate. Most people be like, well, that's just arguing. No, it's not. A debate is two parties expressing their view, their opinion, their conclusion on whatever they feel, whatever the subject is. They're giving you what they feel, their opinion, whether it's strong opinion or feelings or knowledge or facts, or whether it's subtle. They're giving you their side. You give them your side. This is a debate. presidential debate where you speak out to the people on what you can do, what you willing to do for the people. What this is a debate. This is not an argument. Because when you love someone, you don't want to argue with them. You don't want y'all in that place, that mindset, that setting. People go through mental things all the time. You want to be that peace for your lover. You want to be that peace for your friends too. You want to be that peace for your kids, for your household. You don't want to go through that. You don't want to see your kids seeing y'all back and forth. I'm just not one for it. I was in an abusive relationship for 7 years, and I don't like to. And then I'm honestly, God is working with me in my temper. I go from 0 to 100 real fast. So I've been practicing not getting that deep into the debate to where, I'm feeling some type of way about you. No, because the love is real. And I'm not looking to run out tomorrow and go be with nobody else. I think it's just time. I take time for me. And I had planned a trip like I have done 1,000 times. And it seems like when I plan trips, something always go wrong. A party can't come, or this and this and that. But this time, I'm taking that trip. I am. Whether it's alone or not, I'm taking it. I need to get away. And sometimes, ladies, you just have to find your own peace as well. You have to sit back and think. If you're giving so much of you and a person is not seeing that, or if you're showing a person your loyalty for them, your feelings for them, you have expressed it, you're showing it, you even carry yourself a certain way so that it can reflect that I mean what I say when I'm saying that my respect for you is this big, is this major, is reflecting. If they don't see it, ladies, you honestly have to know when it's time to exit and no longer allow sexual conflictions to conflict your decision. And what I mean by that is sometimes we know that they are no longer looking for that in us anymore. You can tell from y'all interactions when you're sexual, or y'all communication, or y'all bonding. You can tell mentally, sex is everything. I don't care what no one says. Sex is a major part of relationship. Communication is a major part of relationship. Stability is a major part of a relationship, and it goes hand in hand. And I'm a provider, a lover, and a fighter. That is me. That is me. For my significant other, I'm gonna fight through the depths. I'm gonna go the backs. I'm gonna support your dreams. Your desires. We're going to make it happen. This is what you want to happen. I'm gonna do the research. I'm gonna come up with it. We're gonna execute it. I'm a supporter of those that I love, even my friends, not just lovers, even my friends. Do what you want to do. Let me get the information. I'm gonna help you execute XYZ. That's what you're supposed to do. That's just me. And sometimes I think my loyalty is also a curse because I find it being one-sided a lot. And it just don't be fair. Ladies, we have to know when it's not fair. And sometimes when you have sex, it kind of like take your mind to another place feeling like, well, maybe they do love me. Maybe they do miss me. They're trying to get their nut off. They're trying to get their rocks off. They're trying to get that nut up off them. Because if they loved you, you'll be just as much a priority to them as they are a priority to you. Love is not one-sided. And when you see that you're giving way more than the other party, you don't express yourself, you don't show it, you don't deserve to stay in no situation until a person finally gets tired of getting played by others or tired of playing in the streets and then comes to you. It is 2021. We have AIDS, COVID-1, COVID-2, HIV-1, HIV-2, syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes, listen, it's just too much out there. So if that's where you want to be, I respect it, and I'd rather let you go than stay and allow myself to start feeling a certain type of way towards you because I love you too much to be bitter. I want to still be able to say, hey, when I see you, how you doing? I hope everything's going good, brother. Hey, I don't never want it to be like that. And really, honestly, people who I've encountered or dealt with, except for this one person, and I'm not going to connect our connection verbatim to the key because it's going to allow them to know exactly who I'm speaking on, and I just don't want the mess or the drama, and I'm really over that person. And it took a lot for me to realize that I am completely over that person. The feelings that I had for that person and the confliction of whether or not those feelings were still as strong, or was it just unanswered questions that I really wanted questions to, like why you can appreciate who I was showing you I was, everything that you was asking, I was there. And I'm not even just speaking on a material level because they was very much stable and can handle their own. Is the on the deep level we did for each other financially. But our problems always was you get distance, and to me when I noticed the distancing, I'm sorry, from me, I can pretty much pinpoint what's going on because it always be someone around you that is going extra hard and being clingy. And I know how we got together. We was great friends, and one thing led, and it seems like then we'll get distant. I guess things will then get boring, or you over, then you back. And I used to be just conflicted from those feelings. Then I realized last year I missed my friend. I didn't no longer want the intimate part of it. I used to think I did, but I didn't. If you can go in days without talking to me or reaching out to me, or you can come up with excuses on, well, this and this and that. Well, if you check your records, the last time we communicated was me. So if it can be like that, I don't want it. And it's not a bitter Shayana B in 2001. It's just me seeing things clearly for what it is. Stop letting sexual conflict. Oh, me and this person had no sexual contact since 2019, the beginning of 2019. Period. Period. I want to get that out there. Period. But don't let sexual conflictions, don't let the conflictions of unanswered questions. You have to know when it's time to exit. And certain movements people make, if you just notice it, they show you who they are. They cling to everything and everybody that's after one thing or just want an opportunity. And they will neglect you until they see that that neglection has pushed you away. You have to know when it's time to exit, and you exit respectfully. Don't harbor ill feelings. It's not worth it. You both were awesome people, probably. It just did not work. It just was not y'all time. I don't know. This last situation I thought was taken back off in a awesome direction, and I haven't connected with no one the way I connect with them in forever. Like it's the bond because there's a lot of people. People have to be reminded that just because you have feelings for them don't mean you're not wanted. I promise you, every day I get over 200 messages. I promise you. If a person was to go through and one of my phone, their feelings will be turned to the side. I promise you, and it's male and female. Male and female. I have females I don't even know that be writing me like, hey, I would like to get to know you. So I'm not by far being loyal because I'm lonely or can't have nobody. I'm loyal because you who I chose. But I think people don't understand it. If they don't understand that, then it's time to exit. Again, we must know when it's time to exit. It's not even being negative. You just know that that person don't view you the same way as you view them. That person isn't looking for what you're looking for. And sometimes people just so damaged, they're tired, they're fed up, they've given their all to everyone. And now that they have gotten to you, they're fed up, they're tired. They're not even looking to open up to no one. You know what I'm saying? So you have to respect that. You have to respect that and take the sexual part out of it because it's only going to cause sexual confliction. Every time you lay down, somebody's going to get up with feelings. And don't let it continue to sadly be you who continue to get up with feelings while that other party is doing them and gracefully doing them. And nothing you can do to stop it. I don't like friendly people. What I mean by that is I don't want my people reachable. I want you to be cordial with your friends, laugh, hee hee, but I want you to also respect boundaries and no limits. You know, I'm not a jealous person. Even though I might tease and mess with my people, but honestly, I'm not. Because it wouldn't be fair when I have a lot of people that tries to talk to me too. And I have a lot of people that come in. And I have people that come in my inbox. And I have people that contact me on my phone. But I'm respectful. And if I'm with someone, you're going to respect who I'm with. And I'm going to tell you, I'm with my bae. That's my bae. That's my bae. That's my bae. And that's just how that goes. And everyone around me is going to respect who I'm with when I'm with them, our time together, and you're not going to disrespect them. But I guess I had to come to the point where I had to realize the same advice I'm giving you, ladies. No, and thank you to Sheila for the topic. And I know I made it about me because, girl, listen, Sheila. I think she said she's out of Baltimore. Sheila from Baltimore, because she said it was okay to say her name. Thank you for the topic, because, girl, I was going through the same thing. We must know when it is time to exit. I cannot continue to allow people to hurt me in 2021. 2020, I carried it. I've been carrying it since 2005, really 1999, since I started dating my first boyfriend. Took it all the way to 2002. 2005, where I got pregnant by him and things just went Plymouth. But know when to exit. Exit gracefully with respect. Me, myself, I have a lot of things that's getting ready to go on this week. And I just really been thinking hard about just taking a few days off social media. Not to delete it, not to be dramatic, none of that. I need a few days because this situation that just happened kind of hit me sideways. It didn't break me. No. I'm unbreakable. And I have a quote about myself. I'm unfuckwittable and I'm unforgettable. And I mean it to the T. Even if you're dealing with somebody else, you're going to think about me. I don't care what you say, and I don't care how you feel. I'm unfuckwittable because when I'm with somebody, I give them everything they need and they want mentally, physically, and all of that. So when you have something real and you lose it, you can't help but to think about it. I don't care what it is, who it is, friend, family, lover. I'm just one of those. I play chess, not entertained by checkers. I always state that. And I know my value now. I was looking for the value of me and others. I was trying to figure out why they couldn't give to me what I'm trying to get to them. I was wondering why they say they want love, but here I'm loving them and I'm trying to be loyal to them. I was giving them too much of me. They knew they had me. So they got too comfortable and got too cocky and forgot I was who I am. 2021, I'm not taking no more games from nobody. You either gonna love me and rock with me and take this journey with me, or you can just move out my way. And there's no hard feelings. It's no hard feelings, and we will not be having any sexual encounters. No phone sex, no physical sex, no none of that. Because that does not do nothing but bring confusion and confliction. We're really on a loyal person, because the person who don't view you the same, they can sleep with you today. Y'all fall out next week, they'll be with somebody else. That's just not me. Some people are different from you. Know when to cut ties. It's just too much out here. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather love you from afar and hold on to our memories and until I get with somebody else, because once I get with somebody else, that's who all my attention is going to be with. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to address the know when it's time to exit. So Sheila, I'm going to give you, I've been 35 minutes into this. I want to speak my opinion directly to you and take me out of it. When you know that you have given your all, when you know you're giving all of you to this person, when you know that you're showing them, you're loving them, you have communicated, because you must first communicate. You have communicated, you have asked them what it is that you could do better. You have expressed to them what it is they can do better so that you guys can connect better, and things are still not changing. There is somewhere, somebody distracting them. You know, people that sometimes get a lot of attention get distracted easily. And with me, I'm one of those, because I get a lot of attention. If I can avoid being distracted, you can too. You can too. Because it's very easy for me to swerve. As my friend always tell me, friend, quit playing with them. You too loyal. Spin the block. I'm just not that type of person to spin. I can't spin the block. Too much is too risky, and I don't want to spin the block because I'm missing my bae, and I want my bae, and I don't want to spin the block. I just want me some Hennessy, and I just want to read me a book or watch me a movie and sit in my room and wonder what's wrong with my bae. Honestly, Sheila, if you've given it your all, baby girl, you have given it your all. You said you have cried, you have expressed it, you wrote notes, you have popped up at their job, you have sent nice romantic gifts to them, you have set up you've scheduled romantic trips, and this will happen to me too, Sheila. You schedule those romantic trips and they come up with every excuse in the world, but one of their friends can ask them to go somewhere and they jump stakes. Let it go. It is time to let it go. You got to do like you have been let go. It used to be a radio station here in Georgia. You have been let go. Let them go. Nah, baby. If you don't think enough of me, I can't keep thinking of you. No hard feelings, no bad feelings. It's just, I think I gotta let it go. You just gotta let it go. And then put everything you got into you. Put everything you got into whatever business, whatever your job, if you're working, put everything you got into you and being a better employee so that you can get a promotion, things that's going to lift you spiritually, physically. Know that you are worth everything that you deserve and desire. You're worth it. Don't let nobody take your worth from you. Don't let nobody take their confidence from you. Don't let nobody break you, because a hurt person will hurt you. Hurt people until you break the cycle. Don't let anyone play on your heart because they can't figure out what's going on within theirs. And that's all that we have to say today on the Shayana B Show. And I thank you guys for tuning in. Send more requests. I love you guys. Thank you. We're coming to you guys from Atlanta, Georgia. Shayana B Podcast Show on Instagram. Shayana B on YouTube. I thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have an awesome week.